This is where we fight! Persians! Give them nothing, but take from them everything!
See, old friend, I brought more soldiers than you did.
Oh, wowzers. Hey, what's up, folks? Great to see everyone this evening. It's funny. I swear, these dudes are never on time. Our guest gets here on time, but
of course,
the other guys decide to get here when they can. But no, a lot of people got stuff going on today. I totally get that. And hey, I actually I actually function in this setting well, where I'm like, in a one-on-one situation. So it's really cool, and I'm really glad that Sir Talks a Lot took the time to come by, because we got some really cool stuff to talk about. We're going to get into the current events and what's going on, folks, because I know a lot of you out there agree with me that the country is currently going to shit, and we're going to talk about a lot of things today. Definitely, the first story we're going to hit is, by the way, Millie and Austin testifying on Capitol Hill. We will definitely talk about that here in a second. But first off, I want to spotlight one of the wonderful people in our community, and that is Elijah Allen. If you don't follow her on Twitter, make sure that you do. She's really awesome. And the biggest thing is she has a small business that she's working on her own. And I want to make sure that, we do what we do in this community all the time, and I believe her Twitter handle is a troubled green, and you can follow her there. But what we do in this community is we get each other's back. We support each other. And, I want to go ahead and just, let's see, I do believe I have it pulled up here. So I want to share my screen, and we will show you guys a little bit. This is her Etsy store, and it's called T-Books Yarn. And, she makes all manner of really cool things like scarves, and she's got sweaters, but she does all this knitting by hand, folks. This is not just thrown together or something that is just pre-ordered. This is something that she's putting love and care into, makes all this stuff herself.
And look at those prices. You can't beat those prices.
No,
those are good prices,
are
man.
Amazing.
Those are amazing prices for handmade stuff. Handcrafted stuff.
Yeah,
is hard to come by when it's good quality. And this looks like good quality, and that's a crazy cheap price. People go buy the crap out of that.
Yeah, she's already got 5-star reviews on her stuff.
Well, yeah.
So that she's trusted. She's already got 12 sales up here, all 5 stars. So yeah, I mean, I want to definitely show her some love. And the thing that I like so much about Elijah is she's 100% a great American and a patriot, and you can't get no better than that. So I definitely am happy that I could spotlight her store. And I really dig those hats, by the way. I need to actually get me one of those when I have the ability to get that. But that's her Etsy store. I'll make sure that I drop the link here in the chat. Let me make sure that I do that now. Hail, Steve. Great to see you, my friend. And I just dropped that in the chat for you guys. So that is her Etsy shop. Again, she goes by a Troubled Green here on YouTube. She's in the chat, so say hello and get to know her. She's really awesome. So, Ensign Ricky, I might take you up on that here in a second after we start getting into our content here. So, before I do that, I want to introduce again our special guest. He's the man with the buttery smooth voice. You know him,
baby,
and you love him. It's Sir Talks a Lot.
Hello.
Yeah,
yes. Thank you for that wonderful intro. It's awesome.
That's right. But everybody knows us because we are hashtag Dick's Division, baby.
Damn right.
They know what's up. And we've got like people repping Dick's Division all throughout the chat. I see the Islington girl in here. Janet from Another Planet's here. Hi, Janet. Great to see you. We got Trina, Lasso of Truth. Ensign Ricky, as I said. I know Keely Chow's in here. Got my boy Sir Alex signed. Lady Toriel. I hope everybody in the community is taking a look. I know Laura reposted it, but if you can help Lady Toriel out, she is in a situation where she needs the community's help as well. So if you can check out her GoFundMe. I know if you follow OG Star Wars, Laura, she has Lady Toriel's GoFundMe up on her Twitter. And Wook, it's great to see you, buddy. Wookie Supremacy. Small Time is up in here. And we've got a lot of viewers tonight. I'm very, very humbled by your presence. Really happy to see everyone. Of course,
Heck yeah, man.
Cooper, Lord Runner's here. And I'm sure that some other heavy hitters will show up as we are going. We've got, I'm sure Godzillionaire and the gents will be showing up soon as well. All right. So we'll get into our first story here. And it's interesting because, we were talking about this in the private chat. And both myself and Sir Talks a lot are just like, wow, the stories that are around the media today. But this is one here. Let me make sure I share my screen as well, because kind of need to do that. As I said, we're going to start off with General Milley testifies America's credibility is damaged, but Secretary Austin disagrees. So they say America's credibility on the world stage is damaged due to deadly Afghan evacuation. General Mark Milley testified during the Senate Armed Services Committee hearing Tuesday. But Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin disagreed with Milley, claiming America's credibility remains solid. Yeah, okay. Milley was actually right in the fact that it damaged our credibility. It absolutely did. But what I want to impress upon people, what really came out of all of this is it boils down to the fact that your president lied to you, because he was advised by multiple people to maintain a presence of at least 2,500, which he did not. He pulled everything. So he flat out lied and then basically did what he wanted to do. He was advised by all of the military people to leave at least 2,500 there, which he did not do. And that is the main thing today, because I know this has been blowing up on Twitter, but it was indeed confirmed by somebody I know and respect, and that was Jack Posobiec. That essentially, given the testimony that we've seen from Armed Services Committee Chair, the Defense Secretary Austin, and then General Milley, it's pretty clear that the president lied. So there is that. So your thoughts, Sir Talks a Lot. I mean, are you surprised?
Not at all. I'm not surprised in any way that Biden would lie in any way, shape, or form, or anyone that in his administration would lie about this. And I'm also not surprised that he pulled all our troops out like he was flushing a toilet. Just everything goes, oh, look, there's shit left behind. Oh, well, And I absolutely... There is no confidence in the current administration, at least not from me. And if there is on anyone else, I would suggest that check yourself for delusions or take your lithium.
Yeah. I do want to say, I know the I Linked a Girl just mentioned, I was subbed, and then she just had to resub right now. Guys, make sure if you're subbed to the channel that you check and see if you're still subbed, because what they like to do is YouTube has been fucking with my subs, and it's not just me. They're doing it with a ton of people.
Yeah, they've done it to me, and I'm a very small channel.
Exactly.
So
So yeah, I mean, just make sure that you're continued to be subbing to this channel, and that it didn't accidentally unsub you, With YouTube, you never know.
Accidentally.
I don't think that they accidentally unsub you. I think they just like to make it hard for people.
Yep.
And especially channels like myself and Wes Moody, because we're out here trying to talk about the truth, and they don't.
And they hate the truth, bro. They hate the truth. Last thing
100%.
they want.
And one of the things I said, and this was on when I appeared on John B. Wells's radio show about a week ago. I said then that by all the research that I've done, all the things that I've looked into, 85% of the United States government is compromised, and that's all across the board, guys. So you're talking about Joint Chiefs, you're talking about and hail Tommy. I'll introduce Tommy here in a second, but just to finish my statement, the Joint Chiefs all the way up to the presidency, through the Supreme Court, you name it. It's two sides of one rotten coin, to be honest. And I want you guys to understand that it's not a DNR issue anymore. This is patriots versus tyranny. And that's what it boils down to, 100%. And we're going to have to fight for our freedom, folks, because freedom is not free. And they are going to continue to encroach upon that. So, just be aware that it is coming, and don't be surprised when it does. So I want to introduce, of course, Tommy and the Guinea Pig Collective, one of the great people in Rogue Entertainment, and even more so, one of my great friends. So Tommy, how you doing, buddy? I hope things are better for you today.
Well, they're slightly better. I mean, it is what it is, bad backs, all that good stuff. It's fun times. What's going on, Wookie, Ensign Ricky? What up? Bruce Lombardo, what's going on, everybody? Keely Chow. Hey, you know what? Thanks, everybody, for coming. You guys always support Drew, what he's doing here. And this kind of message has to be brought out, because there's so much ridiculous that we see on a daily basis as far as all these idiots are concerned. And it's not just politicians. It's all across the board. It's so ridiculous. I think the one of the funniest ones I just seen recently today when I was perusing Twitter is I seen that some journalist out there was talking about Marvel superheroes and what's your favorite Marvel superhero of all times? And she says, mine is Superman. And let's not forget his famous quote, with great power comes great responsibility. I mean, these are the type of clueless idiots that are out there. And if we don't speak up against this kind of ridiculousness, we are going to be mired in stupidity. You know what? Every time these people start talking and nobody counters their objectives, I can feel the worldwide IQ just lowering at a phenomenal pace. It's so absurd. And yet there's people that just want to go right across with this crazy line of thinking. They want to follow in step like all the idiots, the proverbial idiots that will walk right off the bridge following the lead person. I wish they would take another example, and I wish somebody was in charge of these squadrons of idiots would just go out to the sand, put their head in the sand, and wait for the damn tide to roll in and finish the job. And I wish they would all just go like freaking emus, because I can't stand it anymore.
Emu.
It is. It's so fucking ridiculous. And they expect you to be quiet. They want you to sit there and they want you to toe the line and be good little sheeple and not say anything back. But see, 9 times out of 10, when you say something back, they don't have a productive countermeasure to what you were saying. They almost never do, because they're all full of bullshit.
Oh no, there's never a productive argument when you speak with one of those people, because they don't know how to critically think. They don't know really how to think for themselves. There was an old metal song. I actually, Nick was talking about something the other day, Nick Weiser, and shout out to our boy 32 Flavors of
Lemmy.
But I sent him a clip on YouTube of Nuclear Assault, an old song and part of the chorus is why.
Why can't you think for yourself?
Yeah, right,
Live in
exactly.
You know what? I was actually talking about that song probably, I want to say it was like about 4 or 5 months ago at least. I was mentioning that song because they were talking about a lot of the same things that you see on the mainstream media.
Exactly.
Television, the idiot tube, it helps to raise our children as fools. I don't even think that they realized like how universally, like generationally gapped that song can actually wind up being applied to a time and a place, because it really does go across the spectrum of everything that we've seen back in the 80s, coming full circle to the ridiculousness that we're seeing now, because a lot of the same shit we're seeing now, it happened in the 80s as well. And then it disappeared for a long time when we had a good long spurt of growth throughout the 90s into the early 2000s. And then all of a sudden that same stupid mentality came back around again.
Oh yeah, absolutely, Tommy. And it's just it just again, it keeps permeating all the time because there's never an end to it, because people don't put their foot down and say, I'm done with this, message. People just continue to empower it. So, yeah.
Bruce
It's
Lombardo,
because-
yes, I see what you're saying. I'm sorry, Sir Talks Loud. I just want to address Bruce real quick. Yeah, Tommy, remember that video you had where the kids were playing with lightsabers? This is exactly who Disney wants to market to, except they don't have disposable income to buy anything. Absolutely, Bruce. Absolutely. And that's the problem, is that so many people are just led by that bullshit. And then, of course, it's just like peer pressure, really, for a lot of these idiots. Well, all my friends are doing it. I need to do it, too. So I'm the cool kid. It's kind of like the latest fashion. Everybody wants to wear the latest fashion when it first comes out so they don't feel like an outcast.
Hail to Storyman Jack. Great to see you.
Hail,
and, the Arlington girl brings up a good point. It'll be interesting if truly non-essential businesses end, if people stop going because of mandates. People will get fed up. Yeah, and they will. The thing about that, and we have a story about, and I'm sure that you guys seen it pop up on Twitter, and then especially though any of you that follow sports, about the NBA player, and he gave a really good answer about why he's not taking the vaccine. And I thought that he took a very intelligent and eloquent stand. I'm going to bring in our next impromptu member of the panel, one of my buddies in this fellowship, and that is Ensign Ricky. What is up, Ensign?
What is up? Drew, you should see that video I sent you. Oh my, the headline.
Let me take that out.
From the Scientific American.
Oh, that is, yes.
They haven't been Scientific or American.
It is crazy. They're just,
do have to share this. Hold on. Oh.
This is their thoughts. This guy breaks down it's from TikTok, but this guy breaks down this article, and he's just like, if this is what people are thinking, it's insane.
Yeah, hold on. I gotta go and share the screen. Oh man, this is crazy. Yeah, you guys have to see this real quick.
This is the level of just like, and this is amazing.
Okay, let's see. And here we go, folks.
Justice, equity, diversity, and inclusion. And from this article, and I quote, they say, Jedi are a religious order of intergalactic police monks prone to white behaviorism and toxically masculine approaches to conflict resolution, violent duels with phallic lightsabers, gaslighting by means of Jedi mind tricks. Again, this is the Scientific American, so we must follow the science, and Jedi must be stopped. I'd also like to recommend that we introduce legislation to regulate lightsabers as assault weapons. And they need to be regulated.
Dude, crazy.
Bro, that's what?
But no,
Yeah.
I wanted somebody to actually read that Scientific American article.
Yeah, he only got 60 seconds, but I mean, he went through I think the very beginning, he was just like, this out from the Scientific American.
Yeah, I saw that article. And it was. I mean, and you're right, Ricky. It was the height of stupidity. But this is where we've gotten as a society because these people actually think this shit. You know,
I mean,
you
15
know,
years ago, this wouldn't have been a story. People
the,
would have looked at that and been like, "What the
the I like the girl says, I'd like to know their thoughts on Darth
for
Vader.
real?"
He's the perfect idol for everyone. He's like a short little white guy that became this massive black guy. I mean,
He's the one that got discriminated against the whole series.
so great. I mean, yeah, he was the oppressed one in the entire.
He was
story.
oppressed. Darth Vader was.
Hold on. Alegia has to take out. She said, "Hey guys, I've got to go make my grandma dinner, but I hope you have a good stream. I'll watch the replay. Thank you again so
Have a good
much."
night.
Yeah, Alegia, take care and keep up the great work. And we will definitely patronize your business. You are awesome, you know, and we're all a community that sticks by one another. We got your back always. So thank you. Appreciate you. All right. Yeah, guys, it cracks me up though. Arlington Girl, she's killing me right now. Darth Vader is daddy. Oh,
Oh my lord,
your daddy.
right?
Yes. Oh,
But I just watched the Millie proceeding, the whole court thing, and it's
Yeah.
crazy, dude. It's fucking crazy.
So you saw that instant, Ricky?
Yeah, I watched
So
the whole thing.
So you know that basically, as I said before, Biden lied. That encapsulated it right there. That put it.
Yeah,
right
I mean, it was Tom Cotton that was doing the interview, and he basically called it his last thing in the interview was General Milley, with all this information that we have present, and it came out in court today. Tell me one thing: why haven't you resigned?
Yeah,
and that was his last question. General Milley's like, well, I by the law, I'm only supposed to give advice and blah blah blah, and I just follow orders and blah blah blah. And that's I mean, it's like,
yeah, it's bad, and like I said, the bottom line is, folks, and I can't keep repeating this enough. 85% of our government's compromised. I promise you, it is not an exaggeration. It is right there in black and white, and you see it more and more with all the events that are happening. The
plan now. I mean, the Democrats are not in a very good position at the moment, and that's not only just the falling polling number for Biden, but what the Republicans are trying to do is they're trying to force the Democrats budget reconciliation to raise the debt limit, so they can't use the budget reconciliation on the $3.5 trillion bill. So that's the posture that the Republicans are taking here, because they're like, hey, the Democrats can do it. Hey, they have all the power to use that budget reconciliation to lift the debt. They don't need us. So I mean, that's what they're doing, because they don't want them to use that budget reconciliation on a $3.5 trillion bill they're trying to pass.
Well, I want to cover what Solasas said here, because he's right. They did lock up the Marine commander, and his name escapes me. The guy that called out the leadership for
he's one of the first ones to call.
Yeah, they did lock him up. So they're locking up patriots, folks.
What they're actually doing is they're locking up the people with the actual means and authority to change people's minds. And it starts with military members, because they can absolutely stop them, because all the laws they're bound by through the government and all of the different things. Like, they can hit them with a bunch of different shit. Like, even an insubordination to an officer can get you in a shitload of trouble, depending on how much trouble the officer wants you in. Yeah. I mean, it's not that way in all branches and with all officers. Some of them are incredibly respectable, but the people who are pulling the strings on this level are doing this to shut people up and to make sure that they cannot have the influence that they could potentially have if they went public with what they know.
Yeah.
Well, they're purging. You can see they're purging. You know what I'm saying? They're purging the no men, and they're putting in more yes men.
It's a matter of time until they start doing it to citizens,
it's coming.
No, they're already doing it to citizens.
I know, but once they start doing it overtly, it's
look at the New York. New York say, you don't want to take the mandate. We're sitting in the National Guard. What is that?
Yeah.
That's exactly what you're talking about.
I think you are all being a bunch of pussies about this. You need to stop worrying about your freedoms. Just do what you're told. Get in the chopper. Get the vaccine. 16, 17 vaccines. Whatever it takes. It is not a tumor. You'll be fine. Don't worry about it. I will be back.
I just got my 37th booster shot, and I am feeling manly.
You know what? I've never seen anything where they tried to profess your health and, this is good for you, and at the same time promote it like it's the next commercial for the Super Bowl. Because every time you turn around, you see somebody who's either famous or a politician like Biden. Oh, I just got my 3rd shot. Yeah, really? Since when do you have to sit there and promote it like that to make people take it if it's so good for everybody?
Oh my God!
I mean, you really have to look into these news stories.
All right, hold up, Rick, because I've got we've got the chat that I want to check up on here. Small Time says if Milley had talked to Bob Woodward behind Biden's back, and that was discovered, he'd be not just fired but arrested and sent to prison. Yep. Wow, we got into a little side force choke kink, which is interesting. Consensual force choking, no, at Bruce Lombardo. Nice. Nelson the Gentleman, I love you, dude. No homo. The SJW psychos who wrote that Jedi article need to be spayed and neutered.
For real.
Yes. Bruce says, just a little Heimlich, baby. Wookie says, we got it just as bad as everyone else. The Sith did nothing wrong. Oh, man. Soul Assassin says, Sir Tox is dressed like Han Solo. Good on you, man.
I noticed that actually it was not on purpose, but I noticed that very shortly after I went on camera.
So a happy accident.
Yeah, the Islington girl brings up a great point about Millie. Says Millie shouldn't even be there anymore for breaking chain of command.
Well, they can't get him for treason because we weren't at war, so they can't get him for treason, and that's the reason. That's the main reason why. But even you seen the UK article that came out today. How they obfuscate the truth.
And Bruce brings up another point. Like you were saying, nurses are being replaced by National Guard. That's crazy. Janet from another planet. Everyone up on the hill are walking around with their hands around their ankles. Amen to that, Janet. Oh my gosh, you are on target with that. The Islington girl says boosters equal definition of insanity, doing something over and over and expecting a different result. No, thank you. Yep. Well, listen, Islington girl, I can tell you from experience with my mom. After the second jab, what happens a few weeks later? Oh, they find tumors in the lower quadrant of her stomach, which is interesting because she never had any problems there. So, they just magically show up. Yeah, man, those vaccines are fucking people up. Straight up. No lies. That's God honest truth.
Well, you know what, Drew? Here's the most important thing to remember. This is only the stuff that we're seeing early on. What about the people that don't manifest those problems until much later on?
Oh, you mean long-term side effects?
Yes. Oh,
man, yeah. They would never run long-term efficacy studies on these fucking vaccines right now. They're not going to. Because they know what it's going to show, and that it's going to show that it compromises people in ways that shouldn't be approved by the FDA or any medical association for that matter, especially given the risk of risk of the vaccine versus risk of what the coof does. You know what I mean? If you look at it as a simple risk analysis, the vaccine's not worth it. Simply because of the long-term efficacy that we haven't seen. We haven't even seen short-term efficacy, really. We have people coming out and saying that it's not good in any way. So the reason I don't trust the vaccine is because the actual scientific community is ignoring scientific procedure to figure out how this shit works and if it works. And then they're releasing bad products. Entertainers get fucked over bad for releasing bad products. Medical companies should really get screwed for it.
There's no liability.
No, but
Consult your doctor.
It's the way to keep people sick. I mean, this is how they stay in business. If they give people shit that's no good for them, it causes more problems down the road. Now they've got a whole new set of problems that they can treat you for. And Wookie said it in the chat. Doesn't it strike anyone as odd that nurses don't want the jab? Right. Telling, absolutely.
Very telling. And I want to introduce the man, the myth, the legend, Dalton, the authenticator. Wow, we are rocking tonight. We have got the Dix division is in full force, guys. The only person we are missing is our fearless leader comics. But hey, you get.
If I had a comics avatar, I'd go for it. But
Bruce, like
57,000. Hold on, wait.
Somebody had his old avatar, the Dark Claw one that he had before he had his current one there.
Wait, we can do this.
What?
There we go. There's some comics. Oh man, Becky Brown, what's up? I'm rocking my Browns hat, Becky. Yep, repping it.
I sent you your new super hat.
Super hats.
You sent me a super hat?
Well, no, I sent you a picture for your new super hats.
Oh, okay. What did you?
That's the thing that I try to get you for every time. I sent it in the Rogue Corps.
Oh, okay. I have to look nice. Supreme Heretic doesn't have super chats. He has super hats.
Yeah, 98%, man. That's insane. It is really insane. You can't get 98% of America to agree on anything.
All right. Well, let me share the next story we're going to talk about because we got to hit these kind of rapid fire now. So let's see. This is interesting because we actually had a professional athlete finally come out and say, he's not comfortable with getting the vaccine. The NBA, which, by the way, is one of the wokest leagues of sports, period, out there. They went super woke.
Well, all the professional sports bodies, such as they are basically a kind of entertainer, and entertainment, as we all know, is lousy with the zeitgeist of the aristocracy, which is all this social justice crap. Kind of like our news. Don't you dare question authority, because the authority is approved and you're not approved. Therefore, you don't get a say, Derp.
Well, I'm gonna open the no, I can't play the audio because I didn't share audio on the article, but the gentleman that they're referencing, Jonathan Isaac, he plays for the Orlando Magic. He said he's not getting the vaccine because he said for my age group, because I watched the video and he explained it. He said for my age group, my level of fitness, and the fact that I've had COVID already and I have natural immunity, the data shows that I'm not at risk and I'm not going to get the vaccine because I don't feel that I need to.
But you fool, you forget the most important thing. Being an approved agent in the current zeitgeist, you see. Mm-hmm. It has nothing whatsoever to do with the science or actually not getting the disease. It has everything to do with the fact that this is...
There's no money in natural immunity.
Yeah. This is the badge of conformity that you need in order to be an approved agent, basically.
You have to approve and stand behind the narrative, and if you don't, bad things will happen.
Well, this says it all. If you pay attention to this picture, guys, this was earlier, I think, last season when they were doing all the woke take a knee shit. He stood up for the national anthem and, he either said a prayer or whatever he's doing there, but he stood for it.
That's so racist.
I mean, I'm surprised that they don't call the guy a black racist. I mean, they call Larry Elder that. He somehow
internalizing the whiteness, are we?
Yeah, exactly.
And this picture right here isn't even fucking necessary. Like, the story's about him not taking the vaccine, not about him standing, but they're going to show him standing just to be like, look, he's on the right side of things. He's on the right. Look at him. We can't
because he's broken the official zeitgeist not once but twice now.
Yeah.
He's a wrong thinking person.
Right.
How dare he be a wrong thinking person and also a celebrity? Doesn't he know that
we need more
celebrities
people like
have a
this guy.
responsibility to be the approved agents, Dirk?
We need more people
I don't know about that, but
like this guy.
I feel Nicki Minaj and Rihanna are about to drop a fucking bomb.
Oh my God! The Nicki Minaj thing has been glorious this entire time.
Rihanna,
I can't wait for that next hit to drop because that next song is going to be all about this shit.
Rihanna had that shirt that was just, man, like, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like, even though I don't really listen to that music, I kind of got a crush on Rihanna, and it kind of developed from watching the movie Battleship, which is one of my like.
She's gorgeous. Rihanna's gorgeous.
Is one of my cult favorites. So I do have a slight crush on Rihanna, but the thing is she's getting red pilled. Nicki's red pilled. Rose McGowan's red pilled.
I wouldn't trust that as far as I could kick her, to be honest with you. Rose McGowan is a few pages shy of a full book of shadows, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh, I know. Listen, Dalton, we know that she's a little on the side of batshit crazy, but at least she's red pilled now. So it's
that's the thing. I don't trust it. I think with her, it's hard to tell what is her brain just firing on random cylinders and what is her shaping herself to whatever is the most convenient for the moment. I think it might just be a factor of she's smart enough at least to see where the winds are blowing, and therefore she's It's a little bit like when Lacey Green became red pilled back in, I think it was 2017. I don't really trust that either, because it's like you were like the avatar of feminism, and now all of a sudden you're red pilled because Chris Ray Gunn put the D in you, apparently.
Yeah, so, I mean, like I said, it's I guarantee the next song that Minaj or Rihanna drops is going to be about this shit, and watch that shit take the fuck off.
And why shouldn't it be? It's just like recently, Johnny Depp came out against cancel culture when he was accepting a Lifetime Achievement Award, and people lost their freaking minds. But if anyone under the sun has the capability of being able to say cancel culture is both real and bad, it's the guy who lost a multi-billion-dollar career because Amber Heard said one thing in contrariness to all the available evidence, including audio freaking evidence.
Well, I want to drop something on you guys now. Speaking of doubling down on woke, let's go to our next story.
Oh God!
And this one is just like crazy. Like, I'm just like, what's going on with Will Smith? All right, this is Will Smith here, and he says, Will Smith goes all in for Black Lives Matter. Says critical race theory should be called truth theory.
And what the fuck does he know about anything?
Right? I mean,
honestly, he's an entertainer. He's really good at faking a lot of shit, and now fuck this man. Okay.
Look at Anderson Cooper. There's another actor.
Well, again,
Will Smith. None of these people should be listened to for any reason whatsoever because they're pretenders. They don't have authority in these matters. It's
not even that. It's they're inculcated in the same worldview is the problem. Because it'd be one thing if we could be absolutely certain that this was his opinions, and then we could judge him based on this being his opinions. But this is a thing whereby all the academics, all the approved journalistic outlets, all of the all of your CEOs and your inventors and all these sorts of people, and all of your neighbors in this this entertainment Hollywood bubble all believe the same shit. So it's less. I don't blame individual actors for taking the blue pill, as it were, now, because when you get right down to it, imagine if every single person in your neighborhood believed the sky was red for some reason. eventually you're just gonna kind of go, okay, let's move on from this. I don't want to deal with this. Okay, you need me to say the thing, I'll say the thing. It's fine. I think it's more just a factor of wearing your will down at that point. It's like,
well, I think that there's a lot of people that would give into that kind of narrative, but then there's just as many people that are going to tell you to go fuck yourself.
Sure.
I'm sorry, that sky is not red; it is fucking blue. You fucking retard. But hey, I mean, I understand where a lot of people come from because they get to the point that they don't even want to argue about it anymore, and they just want it to go away. Yeah,
it's the the PhD having people, all the news organizations, all of the air quote scientists, they all believe and espouse this same worldview. So it's like, at some point, I can imagine somebody even just being a little bit humble and going, okay, well, if everyone with a PhD and everyone in the media and every one of my neighbors all believe the same shit, then maybe I'm the one who's not seeing something.
Well,
the divide is 50-50 right now. So
I want to call on Sir Talks a Lot. Since you are the special guest of the evening, my friend, would you like to read the article?
Sure.
All right.
You want me to start from Disney's Aladdin?
Yes. You good voice having person, you.
Yes.
But notice down in there they say the Men in Black star.
Right?
Speaking of which, I'd like to just reference Agent K because I feel it's very important that we all remember Agent K's law in this particular instance. A person is smart. People are dumb, panicky, dangerous animals, and we know it.
Yep.
All right. The floor is yours.
Disney's Aladdin star Will Smith has shown his support for the Black Lives Matter movement and proponents of critical race theory, going so far as to say critical race theory should be rebranded as truth theory. The Hollywood star also backed the spirit of the defund the police movement, but suggested it would be promoted in a different, less threatening way. And we wonder why the murder rate rose 30%.
Yeah, but the thing is, my dear Will, that you people don't care how threatening you sound generally because you people have convinced yourself that your worldview is the one true God, effectively. Your worldview is the one true thing that must never be questioned under any circumstances ever, and therefore it doesn't matter how belittling and dismissive you are to the wrong thinking people, because they're just contrarians fighting the truth, don't you know?
Dalton, I'm just picturing that scene. Somebody's gonna walk up to you and be like, "What do you mean, you people?"
Yeah, I don't think the divide has been this even down the middle in years. Man. It's always the divide was always like leaning one side or the other. Now it's straight down the fucking middle. So even with 100 people in the town, if 50 of them believe the sky is red, and 50 of them believe the sky is blue, I mean, that's still 50-50.
Well, it gets better. Let's continue with the article because it gets into.
Hold on, brother. Hold on. I want to know what he means by you people, brother. I'm not people. I'm a pig. And I'm Pigomania.
The aristocracy is who I mean. The people who are euphemistically referred to as our betters, or they were a couple centuries ago.
Well, that's the funniest thing is that most of these people live in their rich little mansions up on the hill. They don't even live in reality. Really, they live in their own little bubble of the universe that is far separated from everybody else.
Yes,
yet they have the condescending authority to sit there and preach down to us like they do know better.
That's exactly how this is exactly how this whole thing got started, because when you're an incredibly rich, incredibly well-connected, incredibly powerful person, you can convince yourself that the world is entirely made of abstract social construction because you don't have to deal with real-world consequences. You can money or authority your way out of real-world consequences. So imagine you're a person raised in this bubble whereby no real-world consequences can touch you, and then some asshole with a PhD or 100 PhDs comes in and goes, the entire world is comprised of abstract social constructs and abstract, elaborate structures and conspiracy theories, right? And you're likely to think to yourself, yes, that would explain why no real world consequences ever befall me ever under any circumstance.
All right, let's continue the article. Sir Talks a Lot. take it away.
In a GQ interview, excuse me. In a GQ interview, Will Smith praised the Black Lives Matter movement for the directness of its name and message. This is a difficult area to discuss, but I feel like the simplicity of Black Lives Matter was perfect, the Men in Black star said. Anybody who tries to debate Black Lives Matter looks ridiculous. No,
Will.
Not anymore. Not anymore.
Will. This is exactly the problem. It's exactly like, and I know you remember this because you were a star at the time, it's exactly like in the 90s and the 80s and the 70s when the moralistic authoritarians of that era called themselves the warriors for family values, capital F.
All right, don't just wait. Let's get through the comments.
Oh God.
Right here.
Oh yeah. So when I talk about the marketing of our ideas, Black Lives Matter was perfection. Yes, setting everything on fire is a great marketing tool.
Yeah, and then
makes everybody love ya.
Again, Will, calling something a euphemism doesn't mean that your one method is the only method to approach the thing talked about in that euphemism.
All right.
Nobody is disputing that Black Lives Matter. We're disputing the worldview and ideology you're attaching to that premise.
He's got a good point in this next one, though. So go ahead, Sir Talks a Lot.
By contrast, the phrase defund the police turns people off, Smith argued. Defund the police doesn't get it done, no matter how good the ideas are, he continued. I'm not saying we shouldn't defund the police. I'm saying just don't say that, because then people who would help you won't.
So in other words, don't be honest.
I would love if we would just say defund the bad police. That's not how things work. Narrow-minded cut.
Yeah, but that's not even what they're asking for.
Right.
He obviously doesn't understand the fucking message.
Right. Hey, Johnson, great for your work today. Are you feeling bad or good today? All right, get in the good side. All right, Henry, how are you feeling today? You feeling bad or good? All right, get in the bad side.
Yeah, no one has ever self-identified as a bad person unless they are extremely self-aware.
Right?
No one. Everyone likes to believe that they are the one true good protagonist of the universe.
Well, that's not even the biggest. That's not even the biggest problem. The biggest problem is who do they identify as good and bad? Obviously, the bad is going to be anybody who's conservative or anybody who's ever voted Republican. They're going to automatically be guilty of a crime without even committing it. And it's the same type of
anyone capable of free thought, basically.
It's the same shit that they did when the Democrats under Bill Clinton pushed forth the child support. Overall through all the states. When they pushed that forward, they had no legislation over top of it. They let the states do whatever they want. They made a very vague policy on how it worked. And basically what happened is that every man who was not with a woman, regardless of the situation, was automatically deemed guilty of a crime that he never committed.
My friend died because of that shit. Eventually led to his death, man. He got hit, and because he lived in a different county in Chicago, the child support was literally living him $100 a week to live. Just they would rape his check, and eventually he fucking fell off, didn't want to go to work anymore, and then got into drugs and heroin, and fucking eventually killed him.
All right, let's continue with the article. Go ahead from right here.
Some notable celebrities see the situation differently than Will Smith, like actor and super producer Tyler Perry and NBA legend and TNT analyst Charles Barkley. Both have called for more police, not less. Sweet. Smith also gave advice to proponents of critical race theory, which promotes the organization of society along racial lines, including the demonization of white people. I don't know why that broke my brain. So, critical race theory. Just call it truth theory, Smith told GQ in an idiot statement. Smith was promoting his upcoming movie, King Richard, in which he plays the father of tennis stars Venus and Serena Williams. The actor has received glowing reviews for his performance and being potential Oscar contender. That doesn't give him any type of actual, authority in any of these matters. Nor does it give his opinion any weight. It shouldn't.
The actor once characterized the Trump administration as an era of darkness. he boycotted
and
he boycotted Georgia over the state's voter integrity law. Oh my God. The Star moved the shooting of his slavery-themed movie Emancipation from Georgia to Louisiana in protest.
Wow. Man, I can't believe they went out to Louisiana.
Wow. I mean, what the hell happened to Will Smith, though? Seriously. I mean, my goodness.
I think at some point he got scared of losing everything he ever built and had, and then just bought in. That's just my thought.
Something I want to throw out here too. It might just be that they got old, because when they were young and they were the risque ones, they were all for freedom of expression. But because they won the argument back in the 80s and 90s, they now foresee the world as having no problems other than the ones that the people in the approved positions tell them are the problems. So it might just be that as they got older and they got set in their ways, they still think that either it should be the 90s still, or that somehow...
Can somebody just drop him on his head so he could go back to the late 80s and be the
for real? I'm saying, like, if we could just have the 90s again.
I mean,
he's afraid of becoming irrelevant.
Just give me the Fresh Prince back, all right? You know, just.
We will get the 90s back after this moral panic has passed, and then in 10 years after that there'll be a new one, and it'll probably be from the other side, because that's how these things work.
Because that's when people start being like, half robot and shit. So they're gonna be like half robot people rights.
All right.
I am oppressed by the overlords.
I cannot control my hand. I should be able to control my hand.
This people.
Actually, the evidence suggests that AI is going to be based, so I'm all in favor of AI.
Hail,
if it runs on actual
brightest
logic,
day,
right?
I just want to say though, there is like, people are fighting this all over the country because. You see footage after footage after footage from school board meetings where parents are standing up and saying, no, this is destructive. We don't want this kind of rhetoric, this kind of teaching here, and
look at the sports arenas. Fuck Joe Biden.
It's terrible.
Fuck Joe Biden.
It's
all
terrible.
over.
People don't want that critical race theory garbage because they know it's a bunch of Marxist nonsense. Hail Scott Jennings.
Well, yeah, because the problem with critical race theory isn't the race part; it's the critical theory part. You stick literally any modifier in between the words critical and theory in the corpus of the Frankfurt School, and it will become a problem. Because no matter what modifier they arbitrarily choose to stick in the middle there, critical theory and Frankfurt School deconstructionalism is always and has always been a problem ever since it was conceived out of PTSD from World War I. And that's exactly where the Frankfurt School comes from, by the way. It comes from a bunch of people getting PTSD after World War I and thinking to themselves, no civilization that could have ever started World War I has any intrinsic value. So let's create a body of theories that suggest that nothing has intrinsic value. Derp.
Hey, Wookie, you're right with this comment here because a lot of the loudest famous people against us are on that flight register of Epstein Island. You can go down. It's like a who's who of world leaders, celebrities, the whole 9 yards. And it's still funny how much that got swept under the rug, considering it came out and people
There's
just
too many powerful people.
swept it aside. I mean,
the good thing about the Epstein thing is everyone under the sun believes that he didn't kill himself.
Because Democrats and Republicans, the royal family, czars of other countries. I mean, the list goes on and on. If that ever came to light, the world would turn.
It was right there, right on the list. I mean, goodness.
There's just too many powerful people on that list for it to ever come to light.
We're trying. Zach says we're trying to fight madness with logic. Maybe we do some of our own gaslighting. Why aren't more pets being nominated for Emmys?
For real.
Tahila, great to see you.
They robbed Milo Notice. Milo Notice got robbed.
But see the problem with that line of thinking is that'll just lead us to another satanic panic or another Red Scare, and then we'll be back in this
there's no Red
exact position
Scare.
in another 20 years.
There's
You
no
don't want a
Red Scare.
continued McCarthy era?
The Reds are here. There is no scare. They're all here.
No, but what I'm saying is, no matter how stupid I think communism is, people have the freedom and should have the freedom to be communist. The problem becomes when they try to force it into every aspect of their lives and every aspect of everyone else's lives along with them.
The I Like to Girl says we are sure about Epstein as we are
true.
about the origins of the
true.
coup. Yes,
and we're still in the dark on the coup because I mean it's like I watch all these advisory panels. I watch everything. And it's a bunch of bullshit over and over and over.
Yep.
And there's no money in natural immunity, so that's why
I agree with you, Wook. I agree with you, buddy. Oh man! All right, let's get to our next article here because I got one more. Let's see. All right, this one is kind of funny because this is for Stephen Walton.
Oh God.
This is a great article. Sir Talks a Lot saw this one.
Oh yeah.
What fresh hell?
It's great, bro.
This is great.
Just wait.
SpongeBob goes woke. No.
You're gonna love what
It
happens
did a long
next.
time ago.
Oh man. Hang on, I gotta
I'm trying not to ruin it. I want to talk.
open link in new tab. Okay, there we go. There. Now I will go ahead and data firm claims racism causes tree inequity.
This is nonsense. I can't believe this. This is bullshit. They shouldn't be doing this kind of stuff, Drew. This is me. This is the tree historian. You're a tree historian, and anything you say about trees need to include me in that article because I'm the only one that has the gumption to be able to write about them trees. Make sure to see it in my new book, The Ferdum Menace, by your tree historian.
Okay, but just because everyone is thinking it, I'm just going to point this out. So this is how the happening starts.
The happening.
Let's
Because
just
everyone was thinking the happening. I had to make the joke.
tree inequity.
Someone needs to take that picture.
I was always on edge until they
Walton's
removed
face
the evergreen from my yard. Now I feel much better.
Well, there's
Evergreen.
What? No.
there's legit though. There's fucking people that hump trees, man. I shit you
Yes,
not.
they're called dendrophiles. They're tree lovers, and
I mean,
you know what? I'm not saying that the author Stephen Walton may be one of them, but I think that this picture right here speaks volumes. My icon says it all.
Jesus Christ! What the hell happened?
You look like a bad angle on Treebeard, bro.
All right, we got.
It was such a
One
good
of the trees.
neighborhood until they put those evergreens in.
So I'm gonna.
So when are we going to talk about ant representation? And don't even get me started on the ant wives.
Oh man!
And it's like we have only like palm
Have you
trees
found
down
them?
here in Florida. It's like wait till people start. So I guess palm tree inequity is a thing now. I guess people down here are start being
I
pissed.
just want Sir Talks a Lot to read this, please.
Oh my
All
lord!
right.
Jesus.
An analysis from a geospatial data company argues the number of trees planted in different neighborhoods nationwide is unequal along racial lines, and says the threat of tree inequity is real and growing. Oh my gosh. Earth Define uses an artificial intelligence classification model to detect areas of an aerial image that are covered by trees as opposed to other ground cover like shrubs, buildings, and asphalt. They then calculate the percentage of total land area that is covered by trees, a metric called tree canopy cover, the San Francisco Chronicle reported, and compared the California's city's tree cover with other U.S. cities. You're not going to find as many fucking trees in the city as you're going to in anywhere cruel, you fucking dumbasses.
Oh, Jesus.
It's not right. San Francisco has an estimated 669,000 trees, covering about 15% of the city's total area. This is significantly lower than other cities, including Los Angeles, which has a tree canopy cover of 21%. New York City has 24%, and Seattle and Portland have nearly 30% of the area covered in trees. First off, I'm not surprised that Portland and Seattle have a lot of trees.
Chicago's got a
I
lot
am
of trees.
surprised that, I mean, is the 24% counting like
Racist? Is it
the,
so that's
the
the
big
20
parks and stuff?
I
I
just
mean-
don't understand. I mean, so the percentage of tree cover amounts to racial inequity among trees.
Because only white people can
I'm,
afford
I'm
trees.
I'm just waiting for all these Tolkien-obsessed diversity academics to figure out the Entwives are a thing, and then we'll get female trees most affected articles. Entwives in Tolkien's Middle-earth by the Third Age.
This brings me back to Clerks too. Even the trees fucking walked in those movies.
Oh my gosh. Oh god. Black spruce matters. Oh,
Entwives most affected.
make sure it's an ancient tree. Try it once, it's cathartic. Oh,
I mean, like, what? But now, what about the wood that we make paper and doors?
Oh,
and houses?
God.
Would that be equal to or equity? Like, I just don't understand. How far do we take this?
No, we can't actually talk about wood because wood is phallic, and
Hashtag-
that makes it patriarchal.
Hashtag
But, you know.
believe all trees. No, hey, LinkedIn girl says hashtag
Tree two.
Oh my.
I LinkedIn girl says
Now my
hashtag-
samples.
I LinkedIn girl, baby, you bring the sap, I'll bring the dew.
Right?
We're all going to hell.
Oh
For
god.
real.
Paper
Paperless
hashtag
society
paper.
now. That's what I'm talking about.
God.
We'll use wool to make our houses.
Oh my Christ, this is great.
Stone houses only.
Oh god.
Three lives matter.
Oh, we gotta get through the article.
Dude, this is a hard article to even read just because the amount of
Grief.
Oh god, that's too bad.
of audacity. You know what I'm saying? Like, for someone to even like take the time to write this about tree inequity.
I don't know why someone wrote this, okay? God.
Because someone paid them money to.
For real.
No, because some academic watched the happening when they were very, very high while reading Tolkien, and this is the result.
Some journalist was on his way from the
most effective.
Starbucks. A Starbucks coffee in his hand, and he's like, damn, San Francisco doesn't have a lot of trees. In fact, I've been to other places, and they have more trees than San Francisco. This is a problem.
The Chronicle reported Earth Define, in partnership with Planet Geo, provides this data for all U.S. cities every 2 years to help city agencies and conservation organizations keep track of tree plantings.
That's where our taxpayer money's going.
But it is what the left-wing media outlets promote as an underlying reason why some neighborhoods have less trees than others that is controversial. The importance of trees is also a departure from the common consensus on their benefits. Trees are hugely important to a city. Not only do they enhance its aesthetics, but they also provide wide-ranging environmental and social benefits. According to Vibrant Cities Lab, a collaboration between the U.S. Forest Service, American Forests, and the National Association of Regional Councils, trees can reduce air pollution, clean stormwater, as well as improve the physical and mental health of nearby residents. Some studies even find that more trees are associated with reducing certain types of crime and improving students' academic performances.
Yeah, because we're evolutionarily programmed to have Thrives in the middle of forest. That's
some
why.
kid gets her fucking purse robbed on the street. Was the branch come down? You're not going nowhere, bud.
Yo, I was
It's almost as though city life is largely unsustainable and overly sterile or something. And we're evolutionarily wired to deal with forests because we're freaking apes.
The tree jumps in front of the person to take the bullet.
I was going to go down the 9th Street and bust a cap in somebody, but then I saw that spruce tree, and I'm like, I'm good now.
Or again, maybe they just saw 2 towers and thought, I don't want Treebeard to fuck me up, so I'm going to leave them alone.
This makes me want to rewatch Roots.
Oh, God.
Oh, my fucking God. Oh, that's hilarious.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Arthur Stephen Walton now starring in the one-man port, One Man and His Naughty Pine. My BSDM movie, all knotted up in you.
Oh,
my.
Oh my God. Holy shit.
Christ.
Holy shit.
I just thought of something.
Drew.
I guess we can't call it the patriarchy anymore.
Okay.
Check your DM, Drew. I just sent you the Walton one. You wanted it, you got it.
Oh, snap.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, but I guess we officially can't call it the patriarchy anymore. The word tree needs to be removed because trees are being oppressed too.
Trees look quite phallic, don't they?
It's too bad.
Phallic symbol. They
need to be regulated.
So naughty.
We can't have our kids seeing these trees.
Well, no, this is.
Yes.
Oh,
thank you.
God.
That is fantastic.
Oh,
make sure you get that everywhere.
Oh my God. And he's not here today.
He's so happy.
God. Oh my God, man. Oh.
Take that, Walton.
Oh, shit.
Just wow.
Breathe, Drew. Breathe. Just areas that you need to worry about your ability to breathe.
We just like.
We are guilty. You are guilty of rootism. Rootsism.
Oh, thank you, Tommy. We now have the speed line to hell. From another planet. I really need a tree. Oh God. So the Stephen Walton wear out the VHS and Evil Dead when the tree starts fucking people. Oh
God.
That's the exact reason he actually bought the
Keely,
DVD.
I agree.
It's the exact reason he bought the DVD, so he wouldn't have to worry about wearing it out anymore.
Oh man, I need
that. He's not put on the watch list for that one.
I need some cocaine.
Spending $150 million on cocaine would make sense.
Yes. At this point, yes. Oh, God.
That's my opinion!
Wow, guys. Well, we've had an interesting show because we covered the traitor generals, the traitor president. Then we covered the idiotic celebrity.
Jedi disapproval.
We covered.
Oh, did I miss you guys covering the Jedi disapproval article? Oh man, God damn it!
I thought you could play the video again, but this is a video I found.
I Licked a Girl says cocaine comes from trees. Yes, you're right. You're right.
Is that why Steven likes them so much?
So is bamboo racist now?
Brilliant.
No, bamboo is Chinese. We can't criticize bamboo. Bamboo's fine.
It holds up everything.
Oh my God, we
covered tree inequality.
Yes, we covered.
Well, you know what? Everybody's saying we're possibly all going to hell. I don't have to worry about that because according to Walton, living in Florida already is hell because he's such a bitch baby.
Yeah, well, I mean, I was already going to hell anyway. So
yeah,
or did the tree equality cover us?
Jen said, I'm having a hard time working out to all of this because I can't stop laughing. Oh, hail Tina Bojan, I love you.
Free inequality and wives most affected.
Tina says, don't forget the doesn't understand capitalism press secretary. Yes, we even got some sake in there tonight. So, yes, we got everything. I am so happy that, we had such diversity and inclusion among the topics that we covered this evening. And I am very thankful for this panel because it was entirely awesome, and it's great anytime that we can get the Dix division together, and it is like kind of a reunion because it's me, Sir Talks a Lot, and Dalton, and we got Ed Sabricki to come aboard today, and of course the great Tommy and the Guinea Pig Collective. So I just want to say thank you again to everyone in the chat that took the time to come out, watch the stream, and be a part of it because I love hanging out with you guys. And remember, if you want to help out me and Mom, you want to tip the channel, this is how we super chat here. It's just exclamation point.
No. That's how we super hat here.
Per hat. Because we can't afford the C.
Oh, God. Guys, with the super hat.
My hat is better than super chat anyway.
Oh, man.
The C is out of the question.
You can use this link if you care to super chat the channel. And also, don't forget to patronize Alicia's business, which we covered at the start of the stream. And she does make all that stuff that you saw on her Etsy site homemade. So it does help her a lot. And
there was one other thing, Drew. There was actually another GoFundMe going around for Shellback. I mean, here's a veteran in our midst that actually needs help, and I mean, it would be awesome if you guys can
Tommy, can you grab the link for it and repost it in the chat, please?
Absolutely, I'll look for it right now. Yeah. But, I mean, he could really use our help. Here's a veteran who's not getting the help that he deserves from the government. They're pretty much just ignoring him, and the guy is like living day to day. And he's got to go to a freaking library to be able to even like look for jobs or to stop on and stream with people. So I mean, anything you guys can do to help, including just sharing the link out, would mean a lot.
Yeah, it's awesome, and Shellback is a good person, great member of our community. And Islington Girl, thank you so much. Let me pull up.
Here, I got it in the private chat for you, Drew.
Okay. Oh, you can go ahead and post it. You're a wrench, Tommy.
Well, I can't have that and StreamYards open at the same time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I have the same problem. It doesn't let you talk in the public chat if you're on StreamYard using a phone.
Yeah, you have to go to the YouTube channel and do it. They used to, when it first came out, you were able to, but for some reason, only whoever's running the show can.
Well, normally what I would do is
StreamYard hates mobile devices.
I would open a separate.
It's horrible on cell phone.
I would open a separate tab and then I would do it through YouTube. But when I try to open a second tab up on my computer, my internet is not that good, so it shuts everything down. And I get stuck in the mud like Walton out in the woods.
So from the Islington Girl for $2 says, leafing you a little tip.
Nice. Not barking up the wrong tree with that one.
Oh, man. Yes, thank you so much.
Although that joke might have been a little bit wooden.
Oh, man. Oh, thank you. Bruce Lombardo says, TJC is a solid man. Yes, he is. I loved him. Good dude. So, yeah, if you want to help Shellback, please do. I'm about to put the link in the chat. It's pinned on the gentleman's Twitter, and you can just go from there. I actually got the thing. So, all right. Well, I appreciate you again, folks, so much. Here's the GoFundMe for Shellback. Of course, at the very beginning of the stream, we covered Legia Allen's business. Go ahead and I'll put the link one more time for Elijah, and you can purchase the stuff from her Etsy shop. And believe me, she does have really good stuff because she makes it herself. And I am all about people having their own small businesses. Always will support fellow Americans, fellow patriots, because that's how we roll here. So, all right. Her Etsy shop is called T-Books Yarn. And don't forget to tell her you heard about it from me. So, there you go. All right, folks. I'm going to go around the horn. We're going to let the panel talk about what they got going on. And then we are going to get on out of here for the evening because I know everybody's got stuff to do. And I don't want to step on the other evening streams that people are doing. So we will make our graceful exit. So I will start with Dalton, the Authenticator. And Dalton, tell us what you have going on and plug your channel.
Alrighty. Hi, folks. My name is Dalton Mortimer. I am the Authenticator. My channel is called The Authenticator here on YouTube. I am weird, kind of professionally at this point.
Yes, eh?
I talk about magic and the occult. I talk about pop culture stuff. I talk about philosophy in general, politics, some combination of all of the above. I also do song covers because it's a quicker means of producing content than the 20-minute videos that I normally do. So if you like classic songs like Billy Joel's Piano Man, Build Me Up Buttercup by the Foundations, Cruel to Be Kind by Nick Lowe, all that sort of thing, I have a cover on my channel for it. So if that's something you're interested in, I also do that. Also, I do a weekly podcast with my friend Mr. E on men's rights and men's issues called The Duality of Man. We're up to, I think, episode 7, and the most recent episode was about men and domestic abuse and domestic violence, wherein we talked about the Johnny Depp Amber Heard thing. Other than that, I also do a weekly podcast with my friend the Brains from our Pop Culture, where we talk about the intersection of politics and geek shit. Most recently, we did a reaction to the Netflix Sandman first look / teaser trailer. I was not happy because Sandman is my favorite comics and Netflix is Netflixing it. So that's something to also keep your eye out for. You can find me on Twitter at The Authenticator, spelled without a U because Twitter is stupid and won't give me enough characters for the username. And you can find me just about everywhere else on the internet at The Authenticator, spelled normally. I do a lot of guest appearances, and that's something you can also find in the list on my channel if that's what you're interested in too. This will probably make it there as soon as I can update it. Cheers, guys.
All right. And yes, thank you so much, Q John Q. We'll do so. We'll do so, sir. Arwen Avalanche. Hello, Sassy Southern Belle. Great to see you, my friend. Love it. All right. We'll go over to Anson Ricky now and let him talk about his channel.
Ensign Ricky at Ensign Ricky on TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, everywhere. Other than that, I'm usually on these streams talking to these fine gentlemen. You got to thank Drew for having us on, and thank everybody on the chat and in the panel. Monday nights, I'm usually on Anthony's stream, and it's at Dark Gift Comics. We host an open mic. So if you are interested in playing live on YouTube or just want to come and listen to music, you can usually find me Monday nights around 7 or 8 o'clock there. Always good time with guys from Comicsgate over there. Comicsgate is a very awesome group of dudes. Other than that, just multi-instrument musician, single father. So love everybody here. Love you all, and I hope everybody has a great day.
All right. We'll go over to to Tommy and the Guinea Pig Collective. Thank you, Tommy, for being here, by the way.
Oh, I don't know about this weirdo that sits in for us all the time, but you can, go over there and find him at his channel, Tommy and the Guinea Pig Collective. He talks about old toys and old movies. I mean, who cares about that stuff? I know I don't. I'd rather talk about guns and boobs and blowing things up, but he's gonna do what he's gonna do. He's got the control of all of us pigs, so I guess we gotta speak out for him. So make sure that you're still sub to him because YouTube's playing games again. But thank you for being here. Remember, never let anybody tell you what you can and can't say, what you should or should not watch, because your silence gives consent. And it may also give me a chance to get to that no-good Batman. Thanks for having us on, Drew. And thanks to this lovely panel of weirdos that you've assembled. This has been so much fun. And all these people that are in the chat, I'd like to gas every single one of you with laughing gas. Thank you for being here.
Nice.
Is anybody putting our YouTube links in the chat for people? Because I've seen a couple people asking.
If you can drop them in the private chat, we'll go ahead and repost it in the normal
I can't because I'd have to disconnect from StreamYard to get my link and then put it back. So somebody should be doing that. Normally Toxic Man Flu is the one who's right on that when we do these kind of streams, but I don't think he's here.
Yeah. Let me see what I can do, because I could go and I will just make I will just add a couple mods here and we will take care of that. Tehillim, if you can go and see if you can track down these links. And there you go, Wook. So I linked a girl at Wook. You are now mods. All right. Well, let's go over to our special guest. And that would be Sir Talks-A-Lot. And thank you again so much, Sir Talks-A-Lot, for taking the time to come on, spend time with us, have fun, break down
and most importantly, reading the articles, because you're the only one here with a good voice.
It was an epic stream, man. So I appreciate it.
I enjoyed it. These are usually, live streams are where I talk about politics and stuff like that. So I enjoy this immensely. You can find me on YouTube, Sir Talks-A-Lot.
Hello, everybody. My name is Ensign Ricky. Your YouTube resident. Oh, I'm trying to get everybody's links. Sorry about that, dude.
You're good. If you're in the mood for some random comedy that's usually offensive in nature, then head on over to YouTube and check out Sir Talks-A-Lot. Right now, the most recent comedy that I released is called Insult to Injury. It's 12 distinct voices, 36 insults, and no curse words, but they're still brutal as hell. It's fun. You'll enjoy it. It's 4 minutes long, just long enough to be disappointed. And yeah, you can find me on Twitter at The Good Voice Guy. Include The Good Voice Guy because it's just me. But anyway, I'm on Instagram too. Sir Talks-A-Lot _YT. I do some stuff. Yeah, it's me. Necesitas reír. I love that. But anyway, yeah, check me out on YouTube. I don't do political stuff on my channel. I don't do current events, stuff like that. I'll occasionally poke fun at some entertainment articles in my news segments, but all in all, I'm focused on creating good entertainment for people that want to be able to laugh and let some things go every once in a while, because we need more escapism, and that's my goal as an entertainer. I'm on screen a long time right now.
He did that to me too after I was done with mine, and it was like, wait, what?
Well, I feel like I have to keep talking because I'm.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get everybody's links.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to drop links in the chat too. So there we go.
I put them all in private, Drew. So if you want to grab them from there, everybody's links in private right now.
Yep. All right. Last one is Sir Talks-A-Lot there. Got his link in the chat for you guys. And then now is the time that we do bid you sweet farewell. Thank you so much, folks, for hanging out and being a part of the stream. We had a good stream tonight, and it was an impromptu stream because a lot of the normal road guys had stuff going on. Everybody's kind of scattered about, and hey, we made it work because, you know, one thing that you can always count on, well, actually three things: death, taxes, and Dick's division. So there you go. You got it all. So take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and remember, folks, you know, have hope, because I know things are sick right now, but you can have hope, believe me.
They think it's right to murder. They want to murder. Look at all the people, and they get a kick out of it, a sexual kick out of it. The whole thing, I think it's sick. 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 I mean,